Hey everybody, welcome back to Truck Ownership 101. Class is now in session. Big shout out to 2020 for a blizzard in mid-October. We got 7.5 inches of snow here in Minnesota a few days ago, and it buried a couple of the trailers that I was planning to use for this video. So, but that's okay. We're going to make the most of it. We got a lot of cool stuff here to show off anyway. But the real shout out for this video goes to, of course, my favorite sponsor, realtruck.com. They sent me the part here for today. If you haven't checked them out yet, you guys really need to do that. I'll have links in the description below. They have free fast shipping. Their prices are the lowest guaranteed, and on top of that, they have really great sales every so often. So again, always check them out, see what they have. You know, they have great filters for you to filter by your exact make and model, engine size, everything. So you're looking at the parts that work for your truck. You know, they have customer support, financing options even. You know, you can call them to get help with helping select a product. So again, really help them out. You know, they help me out if you can help them out. If you follow my links, I also get a little bit of a kickback too, so you can help support the channel that way too. So they are the guys who sent me these running boards a month ago. And like I said, I've had them for a month. Absolutely love them. You know, they're the 3-step variety from the Weston HDX drop steps. So they've got that really secure third step by having a mount in the back like most of them don't have. So I've got that video. I'll link it at the end so you can check that out if you're looking for those two. But let's get to the reason why you're probably here, checking out a new trailer hitch that they sent me. Let's check this out. All right, so we have the Tow and Stow adjustable trailer mount. It's made here in America by B&W Trailer Hitches. This particular one, it's called the Model 8. I guess there's the serial or their actual part number, but it says, if you can't quite read it, the box is a little rough. It's a 5-inch drop, 5.5-inch rise. It's going to be the tri-ball variety. So it's got a 2-inch ball, 1 7/8, 2 5/16. So those are the three that I have ever pulled a trailer with. Like my robotics trailer has been a 2. My dad's got an old snowmobile trailer that's 1 7/8. The 2 5/16 would be like for maybe like a heavier camper or larger trailers. Black powder coat variety, 2-inch receiver. That's important. So standard 1500 pickup truck is going to be the 2-inch. So make sure you look for that too. Like I said, the heavy duties and stuff will be a larger number than that. So 10,000 pound weight rating. Okay, let's do the unboxing. I may have already cut the tape here. Okay. Ooh, an ah moment here, right? Oh, this thing is super nice. It's a little heavy. The box said it was 30 pounds. I actually took this out and weighed it on my bathroom scale, and it was 28 pounds. For the, obviously, with the tri-ball variant, with the drop size, they make lesser drops. If you have a non-lifted truck, I'd probably actually recommend maybe like a 2.5-inch or 3-inch style. This is, like I said, the 5 or 5.5 up, which really works out well for the lift on my Trail Boss. So if you have a Trail Boss, I would recommend this exact one that I've got here. They do make higher ones, I think like up to 8-inch. So if you've got even beyond the factory lift, you can do that there. So right now it's in its stowed position. So one of the nice parts about this, because it's so heavy, or so large I should say, it's nice just to keep it stowed away on the back of your truck, so it's always there, always ready for you. So it's in that position, so we'll install it that way first. A little bit of reading material, I guess, that came with it. Just wanted to point out a couple of things here. There are some really interesting, this would be all on their website too, but the different weight ratings for the different ball sizes too. So I'll throw, after this I can throw a picture up. So over here they kind of have all the way of calculating your weight ratings, but I'll throw a picture up during the video here of the different ones for the Silverados. Again, if you don't have a Silverado, it's pretty easy to go on the internet and figure out based on your vehicle engine size and chassis configuration and all that can fluctuate those numbers a little bit. But like I said, this one was rated for, with the largest ball size, 10,000 pound towing capacity, and 1,000 pounds that you could put on the hitch. And my particular Silverado is 9,300 pounds towing and I think 930 pounds on the hitch. So this is definitely heavy duty enough for anything I need. My previous hitch on my last truck, which didn't have the factory lift initially, was just a simple, I think these are maybe around 30 bucks, all one piece, and they're just a 2-inch drop, which was actually probably a little on the less side for me. I think I would have liked to have had maybe like a 2.5 or so, but its weight rating is only, usually they say here, 6,000 pounds. So couldn't pull quite as big of a trailer, but to be honest, with a 2-inch ball, I don't think you want to do more than that anyway. This 2-inch ball rating was around 7,500 pounds. So even still, with a 2-inch ball, this one is even still heavier duty than this one, obviously. But this one only has 2 different heights adjustment. Really, you can flip the ball over and make it a 2-inch drop or a 3/4 inch rise. So obviously the pro of this one would be the cost, what, 30 bucks versus this one, but obviously you're getting a lot more hitch here, not just in its bulk and size, but with all the different possibilities. There's 6 different height adjustments you can have on this particular sized one, and you can flip it upside down or right side up and get another 6. So there's 12 height adjustments, and with 3 balls, that's basically 36 different hitches you got here versus 2. So we're going from, I don't know, simple math here, you're going from like $6.50 a hitch here to 15 bucks a hitch here if you calculate it out. So it really is, they brag, made in America, lifetime warranty, and it's the last hitch you're going to ever have to buy. And like with that many different combinations, I've got to agree with them. And like, just, I can tell from the quality and everything just feels great. The last thing that I thought was actually cool in here is it even comes with some white lithium grease. So they say periodically to apply grease to this area to keep things operating smoothly. So I thought that was kind of nice that they included some of that in all the directions. So really handy book there. You should hold on to that. Another important thing to look at over in this little book that they included was to make sure when you're purchasing one of these, you already get this before you purchase, but it's on their website. Just always make sure you got the right size hitch. And again, for our regular duty pickup trucks, it's 2. And then depending on the amount of lift you have, they want to make sure you have 11-inch clearance from the ground. So again, with this, we'll take a measurement when this one's in mine. My truck's not loaded down, doesn't have the weight of stuff on, so I definitely want to be higher when there's nothing in the back of my truck and nothing weighing down the hitch. So I'm kind of trying to go hands-free for this next part, so I apologize for the ultra fisheye view. But so we've got our hitch. I'm going to go with a keyed hitch pin. I got my tape measure there. So again, I guess got a nice little storage thing. So again, if you were going to keep this in here, this wouldn't be worth anything to you. But now there are a couple of depths here, and from anything I could find, it was just kind of based on your preference, unless maybe your truck has a longer receiver there, so it wouldn't fit. But it looks like on my particular Silverado, I got both options. I think I'm going to go with the furthest most in. It's just going to keep this out of the way as possible if you are going to go for a long-term storage position there. You're always going to keep it in. It's going to keep from, hitting your shins and stuff running out. But, if I had it hooked up to the truck, and like my robotics trailer has a jack on the front of the trailer, if my tailgate coming down would have hit that and I just need maybe another inch or 2 for clearance for that to miss, I might actually pick the other one. But anyway, for this video, we will go with that. Now, one of the questions you might have is, let's pretend that's locked, is Obviously there's an adjustable part here for the height. We have the lock, but is that gonna be secure? And the answer is yes, because as you can see, when we pull these pins to get the adjustment, which I said these are really smooth and easy now, but likes to keep that lithium grease on them. But this 2 outer pins are what go through these holes to make your mount for the strength. This center one actually isn't a through pin. As you can see, it goes up and down, so it's actually just rests in this channel here. And how you would actually, if you wanted to disassemble everything, is you got to get that up and out this hole here. But when you're in place and you have that lock pin in, there's no room for that to happen. You can't twist that low enough, you can't. So when you have this stored in there, you don't have to worry about losing this part at all. You have to be able to actually take that out, move that out to get this thing fully disassembled. So anyway, we are going to go with, I think, again, because of my Trail Boss lift, we would go with probably the lowest height setting. Okay. Pretty cool. They do actually sell little rubber spacers in here if you're worried about, that kind of noise. I mean, to me, it's a Hitch. I'm not worried about that, but I don't know, depending on your situation, what you're pulling or what you're storing. If you hear that rattling maybe constantly based on what you're doing, that might be a solid idea. Adjusting for different ball sizes is just as easy. Pulling that pin, pulling that out, and you can spin this to your heart's content. Now there are, hopefully my camera angle can get this, I'm sorry if it doesn't, but there's 2 different openings here, and it's depending on the position of the ball. So for strength, they didn't crisscross their holes. You could have just had one hole here and drilled multiple spots, but to keep it stronger, they separated that. Like I said, it's hopefully you can see that. If not, I'll take a picture or I'll get a secondary video and overlay it on this one. But for my robotics trailer, which is probably what I'm going to pull the most often, it would be that one. So again, pretty solid. Most of the movement is up here, but there you go. Okay, so take a look at that from installed. Really great. Now they did say 11 inches, right? Let's take a look at how we're doing. 11 inches would be right here. They talked about the bottom of here. Now, obviously in this configuration where the large ball's on the bottom, we're starting to break that a little bit, but again, I think that's kind of more just for long term when you always have this stowed away and constantly you want that to be at least 11, and we're definitely clear of that. So I don't think I would store it this way. I don't think, if I was just to leave this out, I don't think I'd leave that ball down that way all the time because it is so easy to flip. I'd probably want to try to maximize my clearance. So I'm gonna go back to this one. Okay, so cool. And like I said, you can get these in any configuration you want as far as different drops. You're gonna get a 2-ball in these or these or these, or so you can get any combination that you use. If you know you're never gonna use this size and you have 2 trailers frequently with these, you can get a 2-ball design. So now let's do the storage, I suppose, and then we'll wrap this up. Pull those 2 pins, flip that around. You're not going to go to the maximum height because it would bind, but right there. There you go. And obviously this would probably be something you don't keep on yours, but stowed away. Very clean. And again, they recommended you keep at least 11 inches, and we're definitely there on both of these. So to me, for the Trail Boss, I've kept everything factory as far as the lift goes. This 5-inch variety is what you're looking for. I can't imagine why you would need to lift and go up depending on your trailer, but this is certainly versatile enough where you could do a drop or a lift on this hitch. So my first impressions, I think it's amazing. It looks really clean. The black looks really sharp. They do make one in a chrome variant if you're interested in that. Would I recommend, who is this really recommended for? Who would I say definitely think it's worth the investment? Who not? I think first, you got to pull trailers. This is definitely not just once in a blue moon kind of hitch. I think you got to pull trailers with these semi-frequently. Also multiple trailers that, either A, have different size ball requirement or a different sized drop requirement. If it's really recommended to keep your truck or your trailer as level as possible. It just pulls a lot better, weight distribution, wind, all that kind of stuff. So whether you have height adjustment needs or different ball selection, this is really a good choice. Another recommendation is if you just kind of want to be prepared for whatever you might have to tow. I've kind of been that guy where I have to, somebody goes, hey, can you pull this for me? Or, and I've got with this in the back of my truck or stowed in this position, I know I've always got the right setup to get something pulled the way I want to. So, if you're a truck guy like me, that's kind of sometimes the position you find yourself in. So, all right, the last thing I did want to illustrate about this. Now, if you're one of the lucky few who have either GMC's multi-pro tailgate or Chevy's new multi-flex tailgate, that second tailgate that comes down will hit this, especially obviously if this is out, but even in the stowed position, this is an impact spot. Now, BW does make a whole different style hitch for that. It is much closer profile. It actually comes around this, and they do have it adjustable, but I believe it's only like a 2.5-inch drop, which if you don't have a lifted truck is probably the perfect solution for you. I can link that in the description as well. If you go on realtruck.com and you find the 2.5-inch drop variant, it'll actually pop up for this one. I did contact the manufacturer and they said they're working on a drop about this level, which again, so if you have that special tailgate with the factory lift, I would recommend waiting for that one. As soon as it gets updated, I'll update the links in my description for that as well. But at the time of recording, they were still in the design process. So anyway, but even with something like that, if this was out forward, you'd still obviously be concerned about running into your multi-tailgate as well. And that about wraps it up for the review of the B&W adjustable ball mount tri-ball trailer hitch. I keep looking back at it. This thing looks phenomenal on this truck with the blackout that I did. Check that out in a previous video with the black bumper on the Trail Boss. It really is the last hitch I'm ever gonna buy because it's so versatile. It doesn't matter if I'm pulling a camper, a small snowmobile trailer, or a robotics trailer. It's got every setting I'll possibly need, and to have it set up ideally for the correct trailer levelness. So what do you guys think? Is this the one to have? Let me know in the comment section. Click subscribe if you haven't. I've got more videos coming. My next video is actually going to be about disabling that auto stop feature. So I know a lot of you guys are probably going to be interested in that one. So please hit subscribe if you haven't so you don't miss it. Again, big shout out to my sponsor, realtruck.com. If you haven't checked them out, please do. It supports them and they help support my channel, so it really helps everybody out. So please do that. That's all. Class dismissed. See you later. Should we see if this thing fits? This garage is tiny. Oh, stow and go. Don't fail me now.